Okay, everyone, and welcome to Yandere Jam Part 1. Welcome to another Illy Dairy stream. How's it going, guys? Let's see, we've got Greg's here, of course. Thank you so much. So, Sinner, Frick's here. Ironheart just resubbed. Thank you so much for the resub, buddy. Good to see you. Welcome. Frick. Oh, Bun Bun's here. Hey, Bun. Hello, 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 hello. What's up, guys? Man, this motherfucker got that shit on copy pasta. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. Buddy Pop's here. Hey! Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Trying something, little, well, not new per se, but, we are briefly interrupting the Everlasting Summer series because the Yandere Jam just finished, and since yours truly is in fact a real life passionate person, trademark, of course I've got Rain! Rain! Hi! Hi, Rain! Oh, Rain's here! Holy shit! Hi! Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That I am, that I am. Good to see you, Rain. Hopefully you get to stick around and see some of the madness today. It's going to be good stuff. I'm excited. Hi. Big hugs for you. Glad to see you. It's always good to see a Rain. Another good old known face back on track. What's up? That's right. Yes, yeah. I'm excited. So, the Yandere Jam just finished. It's Game Jam, just Yandere's. In a genre that's really starved for it, even though everyone else tells me it isn't, but they failed to provide examples that I could play. It's a nice, refreshing addition. Well, someone woke up feeling passionate today. We got a jam to rate today. Glad to be able to watch another awesome stream. Oh, thank you. Big hugs. Yes, I'm doing. It's. I'm here. Thank you, honey. I love you too. If you want the God's honest truth, I'm an absolute nervous wreck right now. It is a bun bun. Yep. My head of promotions here and ready to go. Bun bun bun. No, not a bun bun bun. Yep, yep, yep. All right. He's been a busy boy lately. He's been working hard. Tench is in two places keeping vigil. Thank you, Greg. Second bun bun, you forgot your greeting. Let me do it for you. Meow. No, he did it. No, he did it. Didn't he? God, gonna make me scroll up. Oh, he said why. He temmied it. He temmied it today. He went why. Yeah. Nah, he did that too. He got that shit on copy pasta ready. Yep. One Temmie. With any luck, Ryonix, at least. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that pretty much nails it. How apropos. Okay, so, the Yandere Jam, several amazing looking titles. Today we're going to knock out two of them, three if time allows. I don't know how long these are. I had messaged Tundra because I was the cat, was also part of the Yandere Jam, which we played the other day. Circles are the best. Fuck triangles though. Um which we played the other day. But the rest of these submissions were right alongside Tundra's. I had asked him how long the runtime was on these, and unfortunately, he never had an opportunity to get back to me. Spiral out. Keep going. That's right. So I don't know how long these are going to be. Could be 10 minutes, could be 2 hours. I don't know. But if time allows, I'll grab one of the other titles. But for right now, I've got two lined up, starting with this one. This one, I think in... That's loud. I think in my entire experience of playing visual novels, I have never seen a title quite like this one. The title is 1016. Like 10:16. Just numbers. I found that very interesting. Someone made the triangle joke that I could not. What? Fuck triangles? How can you have intercourse with such a... What? Bruh. That's a very good question, Sinner. It is not mentioned, therefore probably AM. Of course, it could be something entirely different. We're about to find out. The first, excuse me, right? These are all very good questions. One means I'm late for work, and the other one means it's past my bedtime. You're not wrong. True story, true story. But the second game from the 2023 Yandere Jam 1016 starts now. Let's begin. Do you like to skip the game's intro? Recommended for streamers and Let's Players. Hey, that's me! They're talking to me! Okay, cool. We're gonna skip it then, I guess. Intro may be played at any time in the game's files labeled as intro.web. It's a new file extension. Can't say that I've seen that one. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Riri. I see they went to the I almost did it. I see they went to the Amorfati School of Starting a VN. Yep. Yep, they sure did. You were a genius for doing that, I'm telling you. Armor Fatty. You're not Ron? Well, of course he's not Ron. He's not Harry Potter either. You will have my sides hurting. Yeah, no, he does that. That's, in fact, like, that's his particular skill. It's what he does. And he's very good at it. All right. The Urubbaroo. The elevator's warmth was a relief from the cold waters of the Styx, and the bodies inside thrashing on the water's surface. I knew the heat would soon become a fleeting feeling the deeper I went. I clasped a hand over the cross around my neck and took a deep breath. The door closed, and the elevator began its slow descent down into the thick of hell. Each elevator ride had been vastly different from the last in terms of both the elevator itself and the length of the ride down. While the time between the first and second circles only took 30 seconds, the ride between the fourth and fifth took what felt like 30 minutes. Some were smooth and in sleek, modern elevators. Others were... My knees wobbled at the sudden rumble. I leaned my back against the wall. I see you, Frick. I thought the same. I felt like I was going to be sick. I'd rather not die a second time, let alone in an old elevator. I shut my eyes and hoped my stomach wouldn't give out again. The elevator stopped, and its doors opened. My eyes were not ready for the immediate surge of fog that washed into the elevator like waves. I swatted some of it away as I made my exit from the insecurity of metal. Dirt scattered below my feet with each step. I was in a cemetery shrouded in deep fog. There was no sign of life, not even in the form of trees or wildflowers. All there was were tombs, some open and empty, some closed. I called out into the mist, hoping someone would answer. keepers of each circle have made themselves hard to find. At this point, it was expected. Slayer! Hey buddy, how's it going? No joke, we're playing a Yandere VN and just saw a notification of a Yandere ASMR video popped up in my subscription feed from... yay, cool. Hey Libertino, what's up, buddy? I called out again, my voice vanishing into a rasp as the fog ate my words. Nice. There was nothing to do but walk. As I trekked through the dirt between the gravestones, I noticed some of the tombs were on fire. Not enough to set dead grass alight, not enough to leave a smell. Eventually, I spotted someone in the distance, dressed in black and red, holding an umbrella. Were they a mourner? What would a mourner be doing in front of a burning tomb? I slowly approached, careful not to do anything too fast to set the stranger off. Libertina, let's go! Thank you so much for the resub. What's this button do? You're such a dork. Thank you. Are you the... Is this me or the other person? I'm not sure. Are you the one trying to make his way to Satan? Okay, so it is them. I redeliver. Are you the one trying to make his way to Satan? While that's being made, I'll have to keep going with the other OCs plus the writing for the story. Right on, man. Frick. They were not facing me. Their eyes still cast down into the flaming abyss below us. Are you too scared to respond, Fallen? Oh. Here. Working hard. Busy, as always. Bun bun. Here it comes. They turned towards me with a small smile on their face. Both irises were white. A bite guard, huh? This one's dangerous. Man, those muzzles, though. Frick. Both irises were white, but the rest of the eye was drowned in different colors. One red, one black. Over their mouth was a muzzle, like one a dog would wear if it could not keep its mouth shut and canines unsheathed. Welcome to Heresy, the sixth circle. My name is Dorian, and I am the circle's keeper. Might I know your name, Fallen? My name? I don't know if I'm proud of myself for that one. These things happen. No, how did you know my weakness? Because I can. My name is Sam. Sam. That's a beautiful name. Do you really think so? Of course. What reason would I have to lie to you? I stared at the demon of heresy, like the answer was obvious. Oh, honey, that's anything but recent, but yes, it is a callback. Is appropriate. Your circle is for false teachers of faith, for those who say falsehoods about the way religion works. Gotcha. It looks like 5 a.m. Nani? I've also taken the blasphemers and the liars under my wing. Does it bother you You've met my friends in limbo. Lust, gluttony, greed, and wrath. Headpaths for Zoe. Sure. The deeper you go, the more horrifying it may appear to be. But it's not that bad, truly. Everyone has treated you well so far, correct? I reflected on each keeper I had met before coming down to the sixth circle. Libitina. They've all been nice. Is that surprising? It has. Should I be worried? Worried about what they'll do to you? Of course not. Oh, is it? It's a fruit? Huh. They can't do anything to you here. Oh, hi there. Hi there, reason to save. Sure. What do y'all think? First come, first serve. What do we ask first? Okay. Why do you wear a muzzle? It's the first thing you notice. Cool. People do not typically walk around wearing metal like that on their faces. Typically. It was put on me by someone else. He said it's supposed to stop me from lying. Moot point, so we move forward. In truth, it doesn't work. But it's a pretty accessory, though, right? Oh my. Oh my. Okay. This is gonna be a ride, I think. Right? Yeah, all it does is... Although, for people like me who are, like, severely claustrophobic... Okay, Libitina. For those like me that are severely claustrophobic, that would be torture. Anything on or around my face, I flip out. I hyperventilate. It's not good. COVID society has been very hard on me. I do not need to eat. I do not need to sleep. Not anymore, at least. It sounds miserable. My work is never finished. Will never be finished. But enough of all that. Dorian raised a hand out to the sky, palm up. There was a look of annoyance which briefly came over his face. Am I the only one that found that character looking very feminine? That's okay, I can solve it. I can fix it easy. Hey, Tommy, let's go. Boy, yeah, apparently. Hey, look, I don't see gender. He's spectrum. Dorian raised a hand out to the sky, palm up. There was a look of annoyance, which briefly came over his face. Hey, Rob, what's up, buddy? Cromer, hey, I see you with that. Let's go. I looked up to the sky. It was beginning to grow dark, filled with tones I had never seen before in rain clouds. Yeah, I didn't see that in rain clouds either. Is rain coming? Bash. For the first few minutes, the fall is not bad, but it can become worse than a raging blizzard. We should hurry back to the library, where I'll return later to observe the fires. opponents send out aqua. I send out Sayori to burn water. No, you could be anything these days, but that, I mean, yeah, sure. Bug, what? Rob, what? He extended his hand towards me. Here, the umbrella will shield you from the storm until we get you to shelter. Choose to be a person of yes. I mean, that's fair. Thank you very much so. Person of no sleep, welcome to the club, buddy. I could taste it in the air. The bitter remains of smoke had already made a home on my tongue. Jesus Christ. Wow. Sure. Sure. Last week I slept for 9 whole hours from Monday to Friday combined. I relate to that very, very deeply. Something from Meat Canyon. It's a voice that I've been using pretty much since my career began. It's one of the very few actually masculine voices I have. Its initial use was an abusive father. I mean... Alright, now what? First come, first serve. Who says it first? Rob. Yes, it is. Sure is, Frick. Good job. Okay. Done. Aw, too slow, Slayer. Next time. I declined the hand, and instead stood next to him. Stay close to me. It's not going to kill you, but it'll get in your lungs and ruin your clothes. Sure is, Bun Bun. Good job. And the two of us walked through the fog and past uncovered graves, whose fires blazed despite the upcoming storm. Ah, well. Dorian looked down at me every so often as we walked, but he barely said a word. Was he judging me? Or was he just making sure I was okay? I didn't know. The fog parted as falling ash began to take its place. I had learned about Pompeii when I was a child. I imagined that the citizens of that ancient city witnessing this fall of ash. What would they have thought if they were in my position, unafraid and protected, certain of incoming shelter? It's like, I feel like she wants us to do something, but what? Then I saw choices. There you go. I was trying to say, yeah. Fog parted, falling ash began to call. Feel the pain of autocorrection. Yeah, it's a mood. I have a quote of someone. I have a... You do. Please don't. We don't summon dead here. We just, die. Or something like that. I don't know. Would they have found it beautiful? I would never get those answers. Then please don't. Birds flew above us. I could not see them, but I could hear their calls as they shifted through the ash. Once the fog started shooting upward, as if to battle the incoming cinders, I spotted a large building. It reminded me of the cathedrals in big cities and tucked into countrysides. You're a demon like the others, right? That is correct. How come there's a building in a circle of hell that is themed like a Catholic... Round 2. Then how come there's a building in a circle of hell that is themed like a Catholic cathedral? You might call it blasphemous. And I suppose that it is. But it's because I've always enjoyed Catholic aesthetics, whether it be in their art or their architecture. Go back to a DDLC mod, right on. See ya. Thank you. If there is an undead bot, then I shall smite it with fire, because fire is amazing, you're not wrong. Though, I can't say I love they have to say. Wait till the end. Oh, fuck, I forgot to do that. God fucking damn it. And you know what? Zoe even messaged to remind me, and I still spaced it out. Shit. Later, Slayer. See you around. Okay. I'm good. Yeah, I got it. Good lord. So many choices. Somebody pick one. Okay. You're a creature born of malice and evil. You could never understand the grace and the warmth of the church. Dorian laughed, covering his mouth with his hand. Was it to feign politeness? You're funny, Sam. What would you say if I told you I was human at one point? A long, long time ago. Guess it makes sense. Even Satan was once an angel. And all these years later, he still has the beauty of one. You'll learn, oh sweet fallen. Now, shall we go in? As we walked on the steps, the front door opened for us. From it rolled in a dusty aroma, not like the dust and ash of the graves, but instead like old books and wood. Something about it was comforting, much more comforting than the storm, with its clouds putting pressure on the air in my lungs. As soon as we entered, the doors shut behind us. I was greeted to an extravagant room, lined with books on either side. Above me sat beautiful paintings of mythical creatures, sitting among dead forests and empty beaches. Dorian placed his umbrella in a holder next to the door. There were 3 others clumped together, all from different historical eras. Right? You won't be able to go out until the storm passes. Why not? It'll obscure where the elevator is. Hard to see, hard to navigate. And it could bury you. It's best to wait it out. How long could it take? I don't know, but you're not in a hurry, right? A few hours or a few days is nothing compared to the rest of eternity. Are you cold? I can make you tea, and you can tell me what brings you down here. There was nothing else to be done. Maybe I'll give you a tour, Sam. Sure. All right. Hurry along, then. Dorian reached a hand out to me once more. You might wander off and get lost. There are lots of things in my library of lies that would draw even the purest of souls in. We gonna take his hand this time? I'm all for not doing that. This time. It's a shame the Jeopardy theme is still copyrighted. Okay. I don't think I'll get lost if I stay nearby you, right? You won't. I see, Frick. But the halls of the library can get cold. It helps preserve some objects. I just don't want you to freeze before you hit the 9th circle. You trying to flirt with me? All he did was smile. We walked past statues, books, globes, and artifacts. He explained that most of the books were falsehoods, realities which people thought were real, but never truly existed. Beliefs that were closer to fiction than fact. Some of them, labeled with pretty black and gold spines, were of truths, of beauties that exist in the world. There are things worse than walls, truths we couldn't bear, not every day. I asked why he, as heresy, kept those. He didn't give me a straight answer. He said there was value in this knowledge. What was valuable about lies? Be surprised. And any time I wanted to reach for something, Dorian swatted my hand away. No matter how much you may preach about sin, shiny objects tempt you, I wondered how old the globes were and what countries they showed. I wondered where he got them. I wondered if any of these books had been read by anyone other than Dorian himself. But why did I care? I wanted to leave eventually. I had to get down to the 9th circle. After what felt like 20 minutes worth of walking, Dorian stopped at an unassuming door. He grabbed for the knob. This is one of my many office spaces. I never get to use them, only for the sparse company. He opened it and bowed, a free hand extended into the room. I followed his lead and walked in. That's hot. Sorry, but it is. The door shut behind us, and Dorian let out a sigh of relief. It was a room with 2 levels. 3 of the 4 walls were lined with books. The only light came from a window parallel to the entry door. Whatever lurked outside I was unable to see. The ash was too saturated. What's the view out there? Right? From here, distant fires and mist. I turned back to Dorian with an involuntary sigh. Feel free to sit while I make tea. Do you have a preference on flavors? I prefer floral ones, but I'll do anything for you, Sam. As long as I have it, of course. I didn't want to have him go out of his way to make something to appease me. I'll just have what you're having. Splendid. He walked over to a small break in the shelves. I stared at the table in front of me, with 2 chairs and papers scattered about it. You can move those to the side, you know. I don't mind. All good, man. You don't have an answer, haven't played either. Oh, my mistake. I misunderstood. I thought you had played them. Okie dokie. Well, I guess we'll find out. It's been a while since I've done a Tommy. My throat's like, what are you doing? Oops. I nodded and started to stack the papers. Oh my god, plosives, why though? I can hear y'all loud as day. Please stop. Most were unopened letters and archival notes. One letter, half out of its page with a drawing attached, intrigued me. Ooh. Just no casket and played one of their others. I got you. Okay, cool. Good to know. I'm loving this so far, by the way. There's a lot of choices. And I'm loving that. It makes me very happy. Why? Hey, Silver. Welcome. Thank you. Why? I'm Temmie. Cats get lots of choices. I see that. There's a hint of divine comedy here that I like. Me too. Yes. Yeah, in fact, that's what I'm loving so far. I'm loving that so hard. Just one of those VNs where you have a lot of choices, but in reality, they don't really matter until the end. I'm Bob. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta fucking love it. Stop by Tim Shop. Dork. Fucking dork. Somebody pick me one. Okay. Come on, this is audience participation. Y'all know how this shit works by now. At least you should. Also, I just realized the music might be a little low for you guys. Let me fix that. Or not. Hang on. I fix. There we go. That should be better. Read it. I took the papers out. Only for you, dear. Are we worried about a bad ending? I mean, you're already in hell. That's a fair point. I claim I know nothing at the moment. Fair. Actual contents. Get out of my head. Yes. I took the papers out. There was one main letter of normal size that was accompanied by smaller pieces, each with a beautiful sketch done in pen. They looked to be of holy beings. Interesting. I read the letter attached, which was written in cursive and red ink. Oh, well, now who the fuck is this? Cursive, huh? This looks like a go-getter, like Pep Squad kind of shit. Oh no, Bizzo! Okay. Oh yeah, I guess it is 45 minutes in. I like to wait. You know what? In fact, since I have now seen pretty consistently that you guys are getting hit with the ads at the 45-minute mark, that tells me what I need to do with my ad schedule in the future. I'm gonna try to shift it a little bit. Cool. I'm gonna try to shift the ad cycle a little bit to where the ads are occurring around break time. Or if I can't do that, then for future streams, I'll just shift break to the 45-minute mark. That's telling me what to do with my ass, excuse me. Okay, I think I have the voice for this. They seem very productive and proactive, so. Actually, no. You need to go far away for this. Have you considered manually activating them instead of the auto system? That's extra work. It's a pain, but it can help those who have breaks built into their stream. That's fair. I'll consider it. Honestly, I was just kind of letting the system do what it was gonna do, and then I would customize to fit. But, yeah, I'll look into that. Figure out what ultimately is gonna be the best call. You know me, guys, I'm still finding my feet here, but I'm getting a little closer, I think. Darian, I've sent some thumbnail ideas for the commission for the 14th Wing. Let me know what you think. I'm really excited to start working on these. Any work you can give me is such a pleasure, eh? I hadn't seen any art pieces in the halls. Is there a part of the library that has some? God, this is funny. So, the cord for my mic keeps brushing up against me, and I'm hearing the sound of that happening, and it's like, man, like, my tits are trying to steal the stream. What's happening, guys? We fix that. I placed the letter's contents back in their envelope and sat down. I saw you read that. Uh-oh. Sorry. No, it's all right. I'm sure you're curious. Who's it from? A demon friend of mine. They're a painter. I've tried picking up the medium, but it just isn't for me. Steal more like the rightful king taking this. I mean, we have other streams for that. I try to categorize the wings of my collection. Sometimes it's by century, sometimes it's by region. And I like to decorate them. Keep more than just books. I keep more than just books. There are artifacts as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ask to see the collections later. Ask about the other letters. What do y'all think? Right? We will. We'll do both. Okay. What's in the other letters? I won't read any of those, but I'm curious, like you said. Oh no, typo. I do a pen pal system throughout the circles, and to other regions. Other regions? Only human beings who believe. Only human beings who believe what you are. God, fucking tits. Only human beings who believe what you believe are sent here once they succumb. There are other afterlives. And there are societies for the inhuman in between doors. Alright. He returned with 2 cups. One was a plain... One had a plain straw in the cup, which I assumed was for him. The other was a beautiful teacup with a gold handle and deep blue flowers, painted like the night sky. Darian placed the fancy cup in front of me, and his on the other side. Finally, he sat down and twirled some of his hair around his finger. I hope you enjoy it. It's blueberries, hibiscus, cherries, and some other fruits. I'm sure
It'll pick you up in the darkness down here, at least.
Right?
Oh no. Tommy be wrecking my throat. Okay. Thank you. Anything for you, Sam. You are a guest in my home. If you need anything else, please let me know. Okay?
How kind of him. He placed the straw between the bars of his muzzle. Oh, that's why. That makes sense. I didn't register that. That makes sense. He placed the straw between the bars of his muzzle so he could take a sip. It was scorching hot, and he was drinking it immediately.
So, let's start this over, Sam.
Dorian was cut off by a sound hitting the window nearby. The two of us turned to find the source. It was a bird. It was a bird with black feathers that contrasted against the light dust of the outside storm. It stared at me for a few seconds, flapping its wings to keep its place. And before I could process it, the bird flew off into the chaos. I noticed them earlier. Why do you have birds?
I don't know, but they don't bother me. I let them fly about. Some of them nest on spires. Blackbirds are my favorite animal.
He cleared his throat and resumed the conversation.
You've recently died, and you were sent to Limbo, the first circle. Now, you want to go through each circle until you reach Satan at the 9th. You hope to state your case and be allowed into the heavens.
That's correct.
Now, do you know why you were brought down to hell?
I don't. I've been a devotee to the Lord all my life.
So, you're going down to visit him without knowing what you may have done wrong.
I believe it's a mistake. I was mistaken for someone else.
Really now?
That's what I think. Especially because everyone has been so kind to me as I've traveled down. If it's not exactly a mistake, then it's a test. He said nothing, tapping his fingers instead on the cup in his hand. It is, yes. Love those references.
We should start from the beginning then, shouldn't we? We can figure out where you might have messed up. We talk about you. When did you die?
January 1st.
On the solemnity of Mary, Mother of God?
Yes, I was on my way to Mass.
That's unfortunate. And how did you die, Sam?
I fell. Before going into the church, someone asked me to help with something on the roof. We'd been doing renovations, you see, and we had some birds that began to nest on the steeple. Someone asked me to climb up one of the ladders to try and whisk the birds away. It would have been bad for them, and bad for us.
Of course.
But as I climbed up the ladder, I must have slipped and lost the step. I must have slipped on the last step. I think one of the birds flew out and startled me. So I fell off and onto my back. I could hear nothing. All I could feel was blood.
It felt like it was everywhere, squirting against my neck, dripping down my forehead, clustering in my eyes. My body felt wrong, bent in every wrong angle and shape. I looked up and watched the sky until my vision went dark. It was like watching a solar eclipse. And then I ended up here. Not in your circle, obviously. Do you regret dying, Fallen? He'd called me that before, and only now did I find it odd. I didn't tell Dorian my cause of death before this. Okay, I'm gonna take this one because I really want to know. Why do you keep calling me Fallen? This is my first time telling you how I died. Is it? You already knew about my death, didn't you? I heard birds and everything. Batman's here. Hey, buddy. Welcome. Glad to see ya. Enjoy the show. Always good to see you here, buddy. Fallen. You might recognize this voice, as a matter of fact. One of the few that will. Fallen is a nickname that I give to those who come down here, asking for forgiveness from the fallen angel himself. People who believe they have fallen from where they should be, fallen from the earth, down here instead. It's a coincidence. Bullshit. I call bullshit. You don't have to believe me. I'm not expecting validation from you, Sam. You are in my domain, after all. Everything you're seeing in front of you could be a lie. Who knows? It's no use dwelling on hypotheticals. We have more important things to discuss. Your locket. Huh? He held his hand out to me. Let me see it. I'd nearly forgotten the new piece of jewelry which sat loosely around my neck after I tried prying it open to no avail in the second circle. Why? You know how people will keep portraits and memories of the beloved tucked in a locket close to their heart, so they do not forget what is most important to them. It's similar to that, only it's with your memories. I unhooked the silver clasp sitting at the back. I unhooked the silver clasp sitting at the back of my neck and handed it to him. He was careful not to touch the clasp. Why? The keepers of those circles offered no response when I asked about its purpose. Dorian stood up and walked to a row of books behind him. Each looked old, older than any church I had ever visited. It'll be easier to parse through if we can just... He picked up the fifth book from the left, which had a faded label with 13 written in purple. This one should work. Dorian began flipping through the pages, being gentle with each one. Every so often, he pushed his glasses up with his index finger. What are you doing? I'm trying to find an empty page. There we go. He'd opened a page towards the end of the book. It was decorated in a border with twigs and birds, painted in neutral, matte colors. The most peculiar part was the oval-shaped hole in the middle of the page. Dorian placed the book on the table. He then placed the locket in the hole. It fit perfectly. I looked at his face, admiring the way his eyebrows knitted and his lips parted in concentration. We then close that, and all we do now is wait. He used the chain of the locket as a bookmark before he closed the book shut.
What does that do?
It'll write out your life story for me. All on one page. We just need to give it a few minutes. Can I interest you with more tea?
I think I'm all right, thank you. Let me finish this cup.
All right.
Dorian stood up, taking his cup and returning to the corner where he had originally made the tea. I looked down at the liquid swirling in my cup. When I glanced up, Dorian was staring at me, with a soft expression on his face. Dorian?
Huh? Huh? Oh, apologies.
He turned away from me and began rummaging around in the drawers. I think I'm going to be making choices from here. I'm so glad y'all are here, though. Why were you staring at me like that?
I was making sure you wouldn't touch the book while it was processing. Not that I don't trust you. It's just happened before. Most people who make it to my circle end up dying in it.
He'd mentioned this before, but he was being so careful with me. And so would everyone else. How many people do you say you get per year trying to convince Satan?
About 1 to 4% of those who try.
And the other keepers of the higher circles kill the rest?
Sometimes they end the suffering of the poor soul before they're humiliated by Satan on the bottom floor. Other times a rogue demon or beast gets them. They might even succumb just from the hellish scenery. And...
atmosphere! I hate that I can't yell. That kills me.
You might even succumb just from the hellish scenery and atmosphere.
Then how come no one's tried to do that to me? Bettina. All I've done was appear and explain my situation, and everyone has led me to their elevators with no malicious intent. I know, it hurt to do, believe me.
Perhaps they really believe you.
You know, I'm gonna press. There are some interesting mirrors happening here. I don't think you're telling the truth.
I am the master of small falsehoods. Anything can be a lie.
I want you to tell me the truth, Dorian.
How do you know that's not the truth?
If you don't tell me the truth, I'll leave this room, find the exit, and walk right into the ash storm.
I locked the doors as soon as we entered. Unless you have great strength, you aren't getting out.
What?
Couldn't have you wandering off during the process. You have to understand.
Well, I can't, because I don't.
Because the locket is part of your soul, Sam. It's the vigor, the grace, the love, and the compassion, all of which beckon you to continue living and traveling into the depths. If you leave a certain radius of it, you too shall succumb, like dust collecting in abandoned corners.
I couldn't tell if he was lying or not.
Don't make me witness that. Don't make yourself experience it.
Do many get killed a second time, then, from having their lockets ripped off by beasts?
No. The clasp is made of a specific metal, only found on the 9th circle. It looks like silver, but it's not. It burns if we touch it, no matter how many layers of gloves we choose. We cannot break the chain. That's why he avoided touching it earlier. I can save you from the ash storm. I cannot save you from becoming dust in a hellish fit of rage. We were interrupted by a bird's chirping. Dorian walked back over to me and gently placed his hand on the book, tracing the corner stitching with his finger. It's ready. Dorian opened the book and picked it up, hiding most of his face behind the pages. Every so often he looked back up to me, eyes full of either delight or curiosity. He'd nod, as if to confirm some unsaid suspicion. I glanced to the window. The storm seemed to still be raging, with no end in sight. Have you found anything yet? I think so. It's something overarching, but I can pull out a specific moment. Do you remember that nearby church you volunteered to work with to help serve food for those who were underprivileged? Yes, it was cold that day in January. I underdressed and was shivering. There were birds and squirrels inside, peering out. There were birds and squirrels outside, peering in on us through the church's windows. They'd start with a sermon before we were allowed to serve food. So they brought up the story of feeding the 5,000. Then he commanded the multitudes to sit down on the grass, and he took those 5 loaves and those 2 fish. Looking up to heaven, he blessed and broke and gave the loaves to the disciples, and the disciples gave to the multitudes. So they all ate and were filled, and they took up 12 baskets full of the fragments that remained. Now those who had eaten were about 5,000 men, besides women and children. Matthew 14, 19 through 21. I think I laughed at that. That's why he's in hell. No. Really? Because he's summoning an endless amount of bread, basically. How is that possible? That's why he's in hell. Whoops. God, one tiny fuck up. That's just Jesus. I understood what the passage was saying to make use of what you have, but I didn't take it literally. There's lots of absurdities in the texts. Silly things, annoying things, things that don't make sense. It's like how we think of Greek and Roman mythology nowadays. Less that it really happened, more like a fable. I think of Ambrose Bierce in a more modern context. Nice reference. I see you. That's awesome. That's a name I haven't heard in literal decades. That's fucking cool. Dev, you kind of rock. Small trespass like that causes people to go to hell, then I'm screwed. Welcome to the club, honey. So, you take a lot of what's in your text as lessons rather than fact. Yes. So do I. And I think that's what the issue is. You don't take it literally, and that's a heresy. Before I could have any sort of reaction, Dorian continued. Oh, hell yeah. Like I say, I'm going to hell, but it'll be good to go home. It's unfair, isn't it? To be curious, to question what you're reading or what you're being told, to think some things are too big, too fantastic for the mediocre world you live in, and to be punished in the end for questioning someone. Lucifer fell, because he questioned God. What's to say he isn't doing the same to you right now? Someone who's been a devout, loyal follower, despite never seeing his face. That's such an innocent sin, though, isn't it? It's human nature. That's part of why we must forgive and repent, because we're flawed. But why is that a bad thing? No one should expect someone as wonderful as you to be perfect all the time, because you're perfect in your own right. What are you saying? Even if I've been watching you all these years, I'm now unsure what to think. I thought this could work out. Would you like to know something, Sam? The elevator has been inside my library this whole time. A small grin formed behind the muzzle. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Because I wanted to talk to you. He pulled the locket out of the book and placed it in my hand. But I think we're done now. Would you like to go to the next floor? I'll escort you. Before I could react, he grabbed my wrist, fingertips pressing into my skin. What the fuck, Rick? Yes. Good shit. Very good shit. I'm loving it. This is, even though it's not one of the voices I'm best at, I have so much fun with the Itami voice. I enjoy it. It is a fun character for me. It just is. And now I'm happy that that's the voice I went with because it's way more appropriate. Ow! Don't resist, dear fallen. And so, Dorian pulled me out of the room and back into the echoing halls of the building. Wait! Whatever I yelled at him was going in one ear and out the other. I tried stopping and beating against his hand, but it wouldn't budge. He was dragging me like a doll. When we reached a bookshelf with only green books, Dorian grabbed a random one off the third shelf from the top. The shelves parted open and revealed a single elevator of modern design. Dorian threw me into the elevator. My head clattered against the back wall, sending a ringing through my ears. The next circle will not be as kind to you as I have been. The lake's blood and the bodies within them will drown you in their anger. All I can do is wish you luck. Wait. I reached my hand out, started moving towards the elevator's open door. But without another word, Dorian began to walk away, and the door closed on me. The elevator began traveling down, and I had no time to process what had just happened, or what was to come. I looked at the locket, clasping my fingers around its metal. I closed my eyes and breathed a shaky sigh. I feared he was right, that I would die in the circle of violence, without a hand to guide me down. Nice. Okay. So, when we get back from break, we're gonna do this again. And pretty much every choice that we have made thus far, minus maybe a couple exceptions, we're gonna do the opposite. And we'll just see what happens. I wonder how many endings this thing has. I am very intrigued. So with that, we'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Enjoy your break.
Hello again. Sorry? What for? You're fine. No, 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 no. You're good. You're good. I specifically tasked Bun Bun with that, so he did fine. Zero stress. But thank you. I know, honey. I know. I get it. Like, believe me, I get it. And you know that I get it. Only to a much greater scale. I know, honey. I mean, there's not much in soda, and mine's a little warm if you want it. Just saying. It might help. It might not. I don't know. Oh, gosh, well, that won't help, will it? Oh, God, I'll stop giving you warm sodas then. I forgot, honey. You have to remind me of these things. You know, my brain doesn't work. I don't have a mind like a steel trap like fucking you do. Attaboy, Bun. I see him typing. Good boy.
Such a good boy.
Yeah, every once in a while he forces himself into a tolerance break from caffeine because it quits working. And he's doing that right now. That would be funny as fuck, but I know he won't. I mean, he might. There it is. There he is. Good job. Attaboy, Bun Bun. I know you're back. I've been eavesdropping the whole time.
Good boy, Bun Bun. I'm so proud of you.
So we're back into the fray. Okay. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think we should answer literally every single question differently, or just some of them this time? Ah, has it curious. Not like our Sam here. I don't know. That's a very good question. Okay. Yeah, I honest to God have no idea how many endings there are. I suppose I could check the page. I don't know if there will be anything there, but let's look and find out. Let's go on a little trip. Let's see. Where is it? 1016. Let us see. Hmm. It doesn't really say, which is unfortunate. There's a comment on here that says, beautiful game, it felt so calming and poetic to play through. Yeah, I will admit it does. The music is phenomenal. Like, the music is very soothing, which, frankly, I needed today. And that, and like I said, familiar walls of home. The art gives me analog horror vibes a bit. It is very old school. It is very old school, which I actually really enjoy. Tundra left. I was gonna ask him. Deku! What's up, buddy? Welcome. I'll be getting the merch pieces you suggested done today. I forgot to do it earlier. It's been a busy morning. That or those Soviet liminal space. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But welcome, Deku. We've already completed one of the endings for this game. We're going for the next one. I think we're just gonna literally every single question that we answered one way, we're gonna go the other one. I think that'll be a good attempt. And we'll see what ending we get. I honest to God have no idea. If y'all see Tundra pop up again in chat before I have a chance to, ask him if he doesn't know how many endings. Nothing much. How about you? I did lose my league match. Ow, no. That's never fun. I'm sorry. How about... hi. How many endings? Do you know? Can you ask? Can you ask? Are they reachable? What? What? Okay. No, Tundra just takes absurdly fast showers. Man's like fucking... Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I don't. While we're waiting on him, some of you were asking, there was one stream that I did where I made the comment about I like to keep my nails as claws. And I finally took care of them. They're back to where they should be again. And I don't know if you, that might not. Let's see. Can you probably, this is probably not going to work. Well, you can see my thumb. Kind of, minus the light. His claws. I know it is. Well, it is at that, like, close range. Man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. That is not something I can do. Okay. Well, we'll just see how this goes. Okay, so this time we're going to ask about the fire. Why do some of the tombs have fires blazing within them? You're curious. I like that. Say. Just do that so I can catch up on shit. Ayo, I get you. I mean, if you have 7 instances of 2 options each, and that still leaves a 1 in 21 chance of getting another ending. Thank you, Libitina. Let's get to work then. We watch the fire in a nearby hole. We watch the fire in a nearby hole. With this print, that is probably the only objection I have. With this particular font, A's and O's look very similar. And that's been giving me some issues. Like, Dorian could be Darian. Yeah. It's a thing. Like, that is literally so far my only complaint. We watched the fire in a nearby hole, dug deep into the ground, letting out exhaust and smoke, which drizzled into the air. Just call him Dory. I like it. Me past midnight trying to comprehend how you calculated that. 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1 does 3. Quick mess. God damn it, Frank. Have you ever read Dante? It's good fan fiction. The poetry he wrote. He wrote something about the heretics who come to my circle, that they would be burning for eternity in tombs. It's not the whole truth. Not anymore, at least. I did not like their agony or their screams as they burned, even when I removed their throats. Instead... So this is strict visual novel. This is a horror-based, Yandere-centric... I'm waiting to see the Yandere. That's the only part that I'm missing so far. Not seeing that yet. But it is a horror-based visual novel. Basically, the gist of it is the protag just died. And he's been going through the levels of hell descending to get to the devil, so that he can basically tell the devil that that a mistake has been made. He doesn't need to be there, and he should go to heaven, because he, in his life, was a very devout, faithful, religious person.
Instead, I burn what I need out of them to add to my archives in the library.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 5 and 5. I see you, Deku. Okay, well, let's get going. Jesus, we will probably not finish this today. We will probably have to continue this Wednesday. Damn, nice long visual novel. I like that. Commitment. And the flames were bones, buried deep into the false earth. They looked thinned. Their lies, their false teachings, whatever I do not already know. And then I let their souls wander until they die from a lack of purpose. Buenas noches, Frick. We'll see you next time. Total word count between all endings is only 8,000, so it's probable that each ending is short, and there may only be slight differences. Noted. If they could give you a cheat sheet, it would be helpful. I know they probably won't. You collect heresy?
Sure, among other things. Because why not?
Because plot.
Or maybe...
Deku.
Or maybe it's because I like to collect pretty things.
Who is this Sam fellow, and why does he follow me in these VNs, honey? Oops.
But enough of all that.
Okay, skip. Okay, so this time we're going to take his hand.
I grabbed the hand he was reaching with. It was cold, but I could not tell if that was from the fabric of his gloves or the temperature of his being. Good choice, Sam. It shouldn't be more than 10 minutes. Don't let go.
And the two of us walked through fog and past uncovered graves, whose fires blazed despite the upcoming storm. Okay. So sure, let's empathize. Why not? It's not up to me or anyone else to change your beliefs.
That's right. People don't like for their opinions to be changed.
I did the same thing for what it's worth. I gave him Lila's voice at first, and it was like, oh, I need to fix this. Low battery. Understood. Hey, D. So far, very quiet. So far. Yeah, no, I did it too, Deku. Don't feel bad.
But some of us are masters of the silver tongue. Some may be easily swayed because they have no opinions of their own. And once they gain this opinion, it's permanent.
Oh, lots of people in the DDMC. I got him. He's a very pretty man. He is. That he is.
Others may be like vampires who are weak to the silver, and they might turn away. It's why some rooms become echo chambers. It's why...
Big hashtag relatable on my laptop. My laptop is not okay. It's a little old. Tiny's still awake. Got it.
It's why I've read scripture and holy books from every religion ever uttered, and yet none stick with me. But I can appreciate aspects of most of them.
That's a mood.
Does that make any sense?
I guess so.
No.
Okay. This time, once again, Hold my hand.
I grabbed for Dorian's hand, who knew what was lurking in the depths of Heresy's walls.
Me making a joke because PCs can't be unplugged or else they turn off. I assumed you were actually talking about a laptop. My bad. Imagine, if you will, one dark sinner, an ordinary man who's captured the interest of an extraordinary being, a creature named Sam that transcends fact and fiction, dwelling in the space in between, a space known as the Twilights. What are you doing? This may be relevant to the overall game, but the title reads, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Might be a hint to how to get the good ending. Okay. Interesting. Noted. I'm working on processing that. Yes, dear. Yes, it is. Very good. I had made that assumption off the bat, but I thought to myself, why on earth would they do that? No. Very much no. Truly and genuinely no. Show you on the break.
Oh, that's quite cute of you, darling fallen.
I'm assuming it's Matthew, since it's one of the more well-known Matthew verses. That's an accurate statement. Also, Darian does quote another verse from Matthew, so that wouldn't surprise me.
You've done it twice now.
What? Oh, I see. Because the first time okay. Because he acknowledges that, that tells us that we also need to try it out doing it one time and not the other. He's calling that out specifically for a reason. Well done, Dev. Good job.
Are you scared of something? Or are you trying to warm up to me?
I was waiting for that. I was genuinely waiting for that. Thank you. Yes, it's okay. One of my handlers did remind me, and I still managed to forget. I tell you what, we're going to go on a brief excursion again. Because we can. Why not? There's just 8 of you here. People aren't going to be too terribly disappointed. And if you are, fuck off. I'm trying to help. Okay. This will only take me a second. Wait, no, I don't do that in Streamlabs. No, I do that in Twitch. My bad, I'm tripping. We're turning. No! Don't do that. Your meanie face. Please. Worst thing that's ever happened. Okay, please mute. Make sure your steak is cooked extra well done. No, I was just reminding you. No need to do it now. No, it's fine. Honestly, because of this visual novel that we're playing, I figure it's probably not a bad idea to do it anyway. Ah, no. Ouchie. That's not fun. Okay. Coil change time. Yep. I've done it, girl. Oh my god, have I done it. Viewer rewards. Yes, that's what I need. No, not that one. Here we go. Manage. Okay, here we go. Buns, favorite line. I'm gonna drop it a lot. Okay. That should help. Asking get her vape from her person. Holy hell, it burned. Oh no. Oh, that's no fun. That is a bad day right there. Okay, we can continue. Sorry. I wanted to get that done because I knew, knowing me, I would forget again. Especially since one of my handlers sent me a DM to make sure I remembered. And I still forgot. So, the circles are cool, man. Why does vapor. Anyways.
Come on, Sam. You can tell me anything.
Is he serious? Oh no! Okay. This is fun. It's cool. We would have reminded you if you forgot. I mean, yeah. But hey, at least it's taken care of now. 3 choices. 3. Um. Yeah, that's kind of where I was leaning. I trust you.
Despite what I am, you trust me?
I feel that if you wanted to kill me, you would have tried by now. But you've only been kind to me in the ash. Dorian smiled. What could go wrong with trusting a demon? That's what I've been telling people for eons. I mean, what?
You're so innocent. It's cute.
We will. Mm-hmm. He let go of my hand and grabbed for the doorknob. Okay, don't. You gotta talk to her first. It's rude to read someone else's mail. Zoe. You see me, I see you. I placed the letter on the top of my new pile and waited for Dorian. He returned. Okay. Don't take you for a fruity person. Bullshit. So fruity. So fruity. Oh, if you only knew. Wouldn't read it then, but I'd take it and read it later. Fair. Wish that was an option. Weirdest demon summoning you've done yet? What? You try to summon things that aren't succubi? Tundra. Don't lie. It's okay. You can trust us. We know. I mean, perhaps you might summon the off incubus periodically. I don't know your particular persuasions completely. But come on. Come on.
Really?
Still better than the time I tried to summon a demon, got a dragon with massive boobs. I see you.
Is it because I'm so gloomy? I dress in black, with a spinal cord as my boots heel.
Ooh, sexy. You don't happen to still have her number, do you? I mean, I can give it to you. Obviously.
Is it because of the desolation, even in the ash storm?
Yes, we do.
I've made my own light. I prefer fruity tea over the bitter stuff.
He placed the straw between. Okay. Okay. It was his choice to bring me to heaven, and this is his test.
His choice.
Everything is, isn't it?
I think this is why I like you so much.
Huh?
You're so innocent, so naive. You think a god would kill you violently and then send you down to what he considers the pits, the tombs, the depths. That he would abandon you like this?
I told you. It's a test for my entry into the heavens. Something is broken inside me. The power is too great. I know that now, just as I know that every time I come to this moment. Don't mind if I do, Dee. Hmm. I see you. Is somebody watching me play this? This is moderately creepy. Well timed.
Revelation 21:4. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And
Well, yeah. But I mean, I saw Revelation 2 double digits, and I'm like,
and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away. Conflict is what drives the human species. It's what drives innovation and love. If you had an eternity in paradise, would you want to do anything?
I am amused, by the way. Also, hello, Revelations. I remember reading you a lot while writing a Morphati. I'm sure you did. I don't remember. That's fair. I don't remember a lot of it. But that's okay. I'd want to watch 1,000 years of Whose Line? Yeah, that's fair. I got a couple things that I would do that with, but that's fair.
Think about any desires you had as a mortal.
Shit, roll back, please.
Think about any desires you had as a mortal. All those things you wished to do before you died. Travel.
I mean, is currency. No. Wait, that's right. You've told me that story, I think.
Travel. Fall in love. Make something worth remembering. Learn something new. Leave an impact.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing because Can I stop doing all of these things? I'd like to just stay in my cave and not experience. Yeah, I get that. He really likes it when we're innocent, right? And innocence is going to be gullible. It's going to give in. It's not going to want to resist things. So yeah, we're going to agree. Heaven might be boring. Might be scary. I don't know at the end of the day. No matter how much we read, how much we pray, we don't really know.
That is true. Do you ever wonder if your pastor's interpretations, or maybe your own, of the holy texts could be wrong?
Making me feel some kind of way. What's his number so I can go? Oh, I see. Well then, join the club. I think you're in good company. And Dee's over there having a stroke. I like torturing people. It's fun. Don't take that out of context. I mean, anyone. No blame here, Dorian. Yeah. Yeah, I'm extraordinarily pleased with the voice that I settled on for him. I don't think Lila fits him at all, now that we're starting to really get to know him. Going to put on a mod cap and would like to emphasize that we're at the Yandere Jam, not to delve too deep. Attaboy. Yes. Absolutely true. Thank you very, very much, dear. I appreciate that. Yeah, you did. He went to bed, like, literally right as you arrived. Unfortunately. Y'all are cute. I like watching y'all flirt back and forth. It's kind of adorable. Okay, sorry.
It's like an English class. There's an interpretation that your professor may project. There's an interpretation which stems from the context of the time and place which it was written. There's an interpretation directly from the author. Then there's your...
Mike! What's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Welcome. Welcome to hell, apparently. Don't think you could blush more. Haha, gotcha. Y'all are cute. Yes, literally.
Then there's your interpretation. Oh, darling Fall.
What's up? Darian, can I ask you something?
You can ask me anything.
You push this idea that heaven is a boring place. Is that the same for hell? For someone who is not suffering? Are there birds in hell? I mean, they deserve it. If they're the ones that are shitting on my car. Yes, there are birds. Dorian keeps blackbirds, as a matter of fact. Libitina, what are you doing? What did you try to do? And went horribly wrong?
Only the truly wicked suffer.
Oh, I see. Asshole.
But it takes up too many resources to make an exponential amount of souls suffer for eternity. We may have eternity, but we like to make things quick.
That's not exactly what I'm trying to ask. Are you bored down here?
Bored? I wouldn't say so. I have lots of work to do. Bodies to burn, people to release, books to catalog.
Well, unfortunately he can't because he's wearing a muzzle.
Sometimes they allow me to look upon the human world and watch the living before they fall into the circles.
What? Where are you seeing that? Right? Libitina, where are you seeing that? I am suddenly confused. I'll let y'all sort that out. I cut him off. Are you lonely? Ah. Okay. I haven't seen anyone else here, except for you. You must get lonely with no one to talk to. He did not respond for a few moments. Y'all, no, you're cute. You're making me laugh. I like y'all. Always chooses 3 random words to build. Yeah. Drink some water. You y'all are like suffering. Cool. He did not respond for a few moments. He may have seemed like he was looking at me, but instead, he was looking through me. I suppose I do get lonely. I have friends, other demons mostly, who come to visit and assist. Oh, Deku. Oh.
But they leave. They have to. They have other obligations. And they have themselves to worry about.
Yeah, he could, actually. He's fairly good at mine. Well, almost immediately after stream because we got tied up with things, but yeah.
I just wish that. He swallowed and closed his eyes. Never mind. We have more pressing things to worry about.
Okay. Let's ask about let's try to speed run this husbando route, right? Can I ask you some questions?
I am an open book.
Mm-hmm. We already asked this, so let's... Yeah.
You asked this earlier.
I know.
Why? Because I want to fix that. He stopped what he was doing. A heavy sigh ripped from his throat, and he refused to look at me. And how could you fix that?
By staying here with you.
You don't want to do that, Sam. Here in Heresy, it's cold, and you would have to put up with me for eternity. It's not very enjoyable.
It's not enjoyable because you've never had anyone to enjoy it with.
It seemed he considered what I said. His head hung, presumably to look at his hands. I couldn't take it anymore. I came to the mortal world as a bird, to observe those following a faith I came to detest. That's the first time I saw you. I don't know what it was about you, but you caught my eye in a way no soul ever has. And so every so often, I visited you as a raven outside your window, whether it be in a holy place or in the confines of your home.
Here's the Yandere part, guys.
I knew your beliefs, and I knew you. And you were fantastic. But I knew you would have to come down here eventually. Because you were so uniquely you. Frankly, I was selfish. I could have waited for you to die much, much later. But I wanted to see you now. And I thought that if you lived your whole life only to be sent to hell for being human, it would be worse on you. So I killed you. I was the bird that flew out of the spire and caused you to fall. I didn't mean for you to die like that, but that's how it happened. And you came down here to me after I asked everyone above to be nice to you, just so you wouldn't die to their hunger. And here you are, looking as beautiful as you've ever been. And I haven't been able to stop looking at you ever since. I've kept my composure, but I want to be with you like this forever.
Skeleton? Pardon? Huh. Huh. Yeah, no, this is definitely it. This is so cute. This is so cute. Don't judge me for thinking this is cute, but it's cute.
Dorian hugged me, arms tight around my body. No words were able to come from my mouth. I couldn't process anything. Was I in shock? Disbelief? Was I feeling the same, or was I feeling differently? How had he done all of this? Just for someone like me? I felt his gloved hand, white but liquid, trailing down my face. Was I crying? He pressed his forehead against mine, his head tilted slightly due to the muzzle forced onto his visage. His pinky finger found its way around mine, holding on to it tightly. It's okay, Sam. You don't have to say anything. I already know that you feel the same way I do, and you want to stay. And even if you don't, we have an eternity to figure it out. He smiled warmly, perhaps for the first time since we had met in Heresy Circle. And whether by compulsion or true feelings, I couldn't help but smile as well. I love you, Sam.
Confession of personal sin can be a loving release. Let's fucking go. This is nice. More like stay in my head word. This is nice. I like this a lot. Okay, guys. We are at the 2-hour, 15-minute mark. And I think I'm gonna call it here. Tundra. It's so good. It's... The deeper we go into it, the more... Not me about to go look up Dorian. No. Whatever you do, don't combine fiction with Keys of Solomon, because bad things happen. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. The game is called 1016. 10:16. 1016. It's available on itch.io under the Yandere Jam categorization. Here, let me help y'all. Let me fix y'all up. Because, yeah, no, this shit is great. I will do it this way. Okay. There you go. That is the link to all of the entries for the Yandere Jam, including Tundra's game, I Was the Cat. My agenda for the next probably several days, with the exception of Minecraft Tuesday, and then of course Spooky Thursdays. With the exception of those 2 days, for the rest of this week at least, we will be doing exclusively Yandere Jam content. For those of you who are wanting to be here for Uliana, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be patient. I want to get through these entries, or at least the bulk of them, for a while. So we're going to be pretty committed to this for at least the next week. And then we'll go from there. But thank you guys. Nobody wants to be... You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. And as always, don't forget to like... What? God damn. Forgot my outro. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and ring those bells. That's all I have for today. Thanks for listening. Now hang tight. We'll get you onto your next stream. Bye-bye, everyone.